Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is the Love and Odd. Today we are going to review the Marvel Legends Avengers Beyond Earth Mightiest. I know this is an old release. I know this was like what, 2023 or 2022? I can't remember. But it's the 60th anniversary, and I know they're going to release a new Doctor Doom, but we're going to talk about that later. But first, we're going to talk about the package itself. I'm not a big fan of the windowless package. I feel like we should see the figures in them, because I know sometimes when people order stuff on Amazon, a person got the wrong figure. A person got the different Doctor Doom and a different Captain Marvel. So I was a bit skeptical, and it's always skeptical with me with getting these type of packages. But I mean, I guess it's okay. She's just standing there. Doctor Doom's just doing his own pose in his own Secret War outfit, and you see some comics in the back, some panels. Really? No, those are not from pan. Oh, well, whatever. They're arts, but those are really good looking. And of course, on the side we have another one of Doctor Doom and Captain Marvel herself, Monica Rambeau. So, and then the other side is just figure shots. You know, just well, not PNGs, but like whatever. Anyways, so, and of course, we got the Avengers logo. Says Avengers 6 years of Earth's 60 years of Earth's mightiest. I apologize, but, and of course on the back, it just shows them. And of course, I wonder what character they like more making this. I don't know, man. Everyone, it's obvious it's Doctor Doom because he has more accessories. Anyways, so we're gonna get through this package. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna tear this crap up because holy crap, I've been waiting for this, but I was skeptical because I know they're gonna do a re-release of the Doctor Doom, but I don't like his sculpt of the face, and I know he comes with different accessories. But with this Doctor Doom, I want to do some customizations that I will do a separate video on, because I did order some stuff of his customizations for him, so I'm pretty excited for that. So, okay, we're just gonna tear this up. I don't care. If I use the box, I don't care for it. It's alright, but I've seen better packaging. I like the Fantastic Four first step packaging. Those are good looking packages. Anyways, alright. Okay, so we got the right one. Okay, good. So, like I said, sometimes people receive the wrong things, like on Amazon. They will give you the right figure, and it becomes the wrong thing. And again, I really don't order 2-packs or buy 2-packs, because sometimes it's something of a character that I could care less for. First, we're gonna open his little. Well, actually, we're gonna just check out the figures, make sure. Okay. All right. I feel like he wasn't supposed to have his hoodie on, or unless he was supposed to. I don't know. Do they come like that? I guess. Gonna make sure his joints. Sometimes with Marvel Legends, they could be very stiff. Okay. All right. And okay, yeah, just making sure. We're gonna fix him up later. And then Monica Rambeau. Let's see how she looks. She isn't my favorite character, but I mean, I know there's probably some Captain Marvel fans out there. When I think of Captain Marvel, I think of Shazam. If you don't know why, because Shazam, back in the day, he used to be called Captain Marvel until they had a lawsuit. It's a long story. Go look it up. Okay, so she stands perfectly. Sometimes I don't like female figures because they always have the heels and sometimes the awkward bodies, but she could stand fine, perfect. She could stand good all by herself. And of course, we're gonna check out the accessories. Hope everything is in here, because if not, that would suck. Okay, all right, good. Everything's in here. So I'm gonna separate these accessories with the characters, and we're gonna talk about the accessories themselves. So right off the bat, we're gonna talk about my least favorite character to my favorite character. It's obviously Monica Rambeau. Anyways, sorry to any Captain Marvel fans out there, but I see here, really nothing much. I don't know why the hell I moved the light right there, because there's really nothing much to talk about. It's just white paint. Sculpt-wise, we're just gonna talk about one. Her hands are very tiny compared to Doctor Doom. Holy crap! All right. And as you see here, they probably reused this from another figure. I don't know. You could recorrect me if I'm wrong. But was that a voice crack? You did not hear that. We're not going to talk about that. Anyways, so who gives a shit? I'm just happy to have this. And hands, I mean, it's just white. I mean, sculpted wise, not bad. And I mean, fists, it's just fists. Nothing much to them. It's just white paint. Really nothing much to say. And that was it. A Captain Marvel's accessory. Now let's talk about Doctor Doom's hands. Now, of course, with Doctor Doom, he has fist hands, and with his fist hands, very nice. Very. Did they reuse this from another, like Doctor Doom or like maybe an Iron Man figure? I don't know, because I know sometimes they reuse parts from Iron Man figure. Like with this one, I can't remember. Recorrect me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. But with this fist, it's just nice, very well detailed. Of course, you can see some little line works. Very nice, very nice. And with Doctor Doom, he's supposed to. I always thought he looks like a knight. Didn't right? Am I correct? Because he always looked like a knight with his armor half the time, and half the time he looks like a robot or a dude in a knight armor suit. Whatever. He's still a cool character, badass. But we're not here to talk about characters themselves. We're here to talk about the figures themselves. Of course, this little accessory of his mask, very nice, very well detailed. Very, very lovely. I like it. I like it very much. It's a nice silver paint. I really like this. It's very nice. Nice and crispy. We have some little details right there. Yeah. So that's very good. That's very good. This is probably, I'm not going to have him unmasked. I'm just going to have him with the actual mask. And speaking of mask head, whew, now this is a better head sculpt. Now, you might be wondering why. First of all, with this skin tone, I like how they actually showed the skin tone. Because, actually, I'm going to have to put this shit. I don't know why I keep moving it. With the skin tone in the Doctor Doom retro card one or whatever, I can't remember. They don't paint inside of his eyes. I know there's other Doctor Dooms, but those Doctor Dooms are like $100, and they're going to do a re-release next year. But I'm not going to wait for a re-release. I'm going to do customizations for this character. Like I said, I'm going to do a separate video on that. But man, he has a different complete hooded piece, which is looks very nice. Sometimes it just drapes down and it just looks like a saggy hoodie. But with this, it looks very, very nice. I like it. Very well detailed, very well sculpted. And with his face, like I said, very nice, very nice. If you look closely, there's some brown eyes. I don't know if you could see that. Hold on. I don't know if you could see that. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if you could see that, if I could get a good angle and a good lighting. I'm trying to get good lighting, but with this part of the mask, it just casts a shadow over his eyes. But anyways, I'm just making sure if this head is supposed to, I don't know. Just making sure it doesn't come off, and if it does, well, like I said, I'm going to do a customization. Now, we're going to talk about the figures themselves. Of course, Dr. Doom, I'm going to do the glass. Pause, that sounded wrong. Anyways, so Captain Marvel herself, very well, it's not a bad looking figure. It's just not a character that I would just be excited to get. Like I said, sometimes with female bodies, they're awkward. Sometimes with high heels, well, sometimes they can be a bit wonky. Even with the males, they could be very, very wonky. Trust me, half of the characters for Marvel Legends are just wonky to me. So that's why I don't get every Marvel Legends, just the characters I like. But with this Captain Marvel, she can stand very nice and very good. By the way, this is my first female figure. Yeah, I'm being serious because, like I said, at the time with female figures, there's not a lot of characters that there's characters that I like, but not done well in an action figure form. Like with the Princess Leia, I'd rather get the SH figure arts than the Black Series. But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. And with this figure herself, she looks phenomenal. She looks great. One thing I do notice is the, do you notice? Or am I the one that noticed? If you don't notice, different whites. This looks like a bit off-white, while this white is more brighter. I don't. I'm looking at it. Yeah, it looks completely different from the white that they're using. But I mean, not badly sculpted. You can see her little abs. Very nice, very nice. Hell yeah. And of course, look-wise, not bad. I know with these they could. Yeah, see, I thought these were gonna be like cloth or something. I know with the Storm, she has cloth and it's connected to her wrist right there. But anyways, so her head sculpt. Let's talk about that actually. Okay, pops off nice and easy. Her head sculpt is very, very well done. I mean, look at that. Look at that hair. Look at that. I love it. It looks fantastic. It looks great. And of course, nice skin tone, nice colors. Very nice. I mean, not a lot to say about her. I mean, makeup, you can see some red lipstick. Oh, very nice, very nice. Very cool. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just a very well done, good looking head sculpt. Hair is nice. Nose is right. Everything is right. Oh yeah, she has some blue eyes. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, she looks a bit crazy right there. Holy shit, she looks like she's about to kick ass. And yeah, looks very good. Looks very good. Sometimes I wish that Marvel Legends or Hasbro could do a DC, or did they do it once, or was it another company? I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe they did, but in this style, they would do way better than McFarlane's shitty toys. So, right off the bat, this is already better than a McFarlane toys. If you watch this channel very long, I hate McFarlane toys very much. So, her colors, very nice, very simple. It's just white and black, just very nice, very good. It's just, this white right here is a bit, like I said, off-white, while these other whites right here are just more brighter. But anyways, we're gonna talk about the articulations, because yeah, it's just a nice simple figure. That's about it. So of course, with head tilt, she could look. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I can't believe I literally missed. She has some little peg holes. I'm pretty sure someone said that these were reused from another female figure. Please tell me, let me know. I don't really keep up with Marvel Legends sculpts or anything. I know sometimes they do reuse, and if it works well for a certain character, then I'm fine with it. But I'm pretty sure this is from another character, but I can't remember who. But, I mean, let's just do the articulations. Head, oh, let's go. Up, not a lot, because since her hair is in the way. But then down. It's on a hinge, but stiff. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. Now let me do that again. Let's restart that again. So down, very good, not bad. Up, not a lot. Like I said, the hair is gonna get in the way, but if you if she has good, I think you probably move her abs like that. Ab crunch, just do it like that. Anyways, maybe if you play around with her, you're gonna just find like a good way to pose her flying. But anyways, so down, up, not a lot, but down is still good when she, very good. She could move her head a bit side to, well, kinda, not a lot, but a little bit side to side. Of course, she could pick her arms up, and then swivel. Very nice, very smooth, and swivel. Very nice and smooth. In rotation, just actually I'm gonna have to move her head like this, because if I do like this, it just gets in the way. So I'm gonna have to move her head like that. Nice rotation, very good, very good. Single jointed. Okay, so single jointed. There we go. That kind of sounded weird when I just said I meant single jointed. Anyways, so single jointed, not bad. Hinges, course. And she just has open palm hands. Let's actually look at those before we continue with the articulations of Captain Marvel. Or just fall down, Captain Marvel. Thank you, Monica Rambeau. That's very cool. That's very cool. Now, if you look closely, I'm kind of smelling laziness because it's supposed to be a glove, right? It's supposed to be a glove. But then if you look closely right there, you could see that some fingernails are still on there and sculpted. I don't know if you could see that with the light in the way and with the white paint, because of course when you just put bright lights on it, you barely could see shit. But I really hope you could see that. Yeah, right there. So, yeah, smelling laziness. But still not bad. Like as a hand sculpt, it's not bad. But to reuse it, not really fix anything, it's like, come on, Marvel Legends, come on. But anyways, it's not a big deal because I'm probably gonna mainly have her with her fist. So there you go. And of course, I'm gonna have to get these out of the way. She could look back up. Well, backwards, I mean. Backwards. Not bad, not bad. Forward. Not bad. That's actually pretty good. So if you, like I said, if you can't move her hairpiece, this is gonna get in the way. You could still, well, I was gonna say you could probably like move her ab crunch a bit like that and then have her, you know, flying, but it just looks like she's looking down on people. But all right. So side to side. All right. Not bad. Very good. It's just with this part with the little star, the symbol right here. It looks like a star. Is that supposed to be a star? Anyways, so with the little symbol right there, it's like the symbiote Spider-Man where it kind of cuts off and just doesn't stay in one place. I mean, of course, it's a goddamn paint job, so I'm not going to get mad at that. But maybe there's going to be some people that find this a problem. Me, I don't really care. Of course, splits. Pretty decent. I mean, all right. I wonder if she has drop downs. Okay, no, never mind. Sometimes with figures they could have drop downs, but I guess when this one, no. And then swivel right here to the thighs. Ooh, I want to be careful. Right. Very good. Very good. Very good. Double jointed knees. Okay. There we go. Ooh. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? It almost sounded like this was about to crack or pop off, because sometimes with Marvel Legends, they could be stiff. You gotta be careful. Okay, so yeah, double jointed knees. Very good, very good. No boot swivel, that's fine. Hinges on the feet. And then, I think you could, there we go, hold on. There we go, pivot right there. It just really, hinges are very tight. So, Captain Marvel as herself, as a figure, as a Monica Rambeau, if you're a fan of Monica Rambeau, it's actually not bad. It's actually not it's not that bad. But with some things, there's like this line, this seam line, which is very just, hold on. I don't know if you guys can see that. The seam line just right there on both sides. Looks very, very weird. This one's a bit light, but you could still see it. This one, you could obviously see it. But anyways. So, she's not bad. I mean, like I said, I don't go crazy for Captain Marvel, for this Captain Marvel, or even the other Captain Marvel. The only Captain Marvel I like is Shazam. He's pretty cool. Anyways, but with Monica Rambeau, I don't hate her. But she's not a bad figure. She's not a bad figure. Maybe some of the Captain Marvel fans are going to get mad about my opinion. Who knows? You know me. I just do my honest review, and that's it. And sometimes with female figures, like I said, sometimes they could be awkward by choosing some of the parts. But both male and female figures, like I said, they do some weird things with the figure. and add some confusing, awkward parts. But with these parts, no complaints actually. It's actually it's very well executed. Very well done. I mean, I do like Jean Grey and Rogue and Storm, but it's just, I don't want so many Marvel Legends on my shelf because my shelf is not that big. There's other characters that I like way more. Like Storm, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get that figure soon. Wait until that video's. And yeah, not bad, not bad. But like I said, sometimes with the high heels, it could be very awkward. But it's not their fault. It's just how it was in the comics. Just how the design is. Honestly, you could recorrect me if I'm wrong, because like I said, it's been a while since Secret Wars, and I know they have Secret Wars Part 2, and then Secret Wars for next year. Is anyone excited for that? Oh, jeez Christ, oh, that's the cast for Secret Wars. Ugh, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. But let's switch her to the fist, and there we go. Very. There we go. There we go. There we go. So, again, I feel like, okay, there we go. Jesus, Lord have mercy. She cannot pick her head up. Anyways, so now for the Doctor Doom, Victor Von Doom, the man, the myth, the legend, in my top 3 Marvel villains. Ooh. Now, there's a lot to say for me for Doctor Doom. So, we're going to start off with, of course, articulation, but I actually want to talk about his face. So, with his faceplate, let's take off the hoodie just in case, just to show you. Now, sometimes he could be unscarred or scarred. I like when he's more scarred up and more screwed up. But with this Doctor Doom, this Victor Von Doom head sculpt, looks very nice. Very, very well done. This head I'm not really going to use in my shelf. I'm not really going to pose him up with this, but for photography, I will pose him up with some photography photos with Captain Marvel after I'm done. So it's not that bad. It's very well detailed, very nice. I mean, it's really not that much to say. It's just very well done. I know sometimes they do things on the computer, like print things and just scan or whatever, you know what I mean. And sometimes they scope them. But with the hair, it's very nice, very well done. It's a bit spiked up, it looks a bit messy. I mean, it's really not that much to say, but just brown hair, white. It's a white man. That's it. It's really not that much to say. I mean, still good looking head sculpt. I like it. Very well done. But a head sculpt I'm not really gonna use in my display. And we have his hooded piece. Actually, there you go. Have his hooded piece. Now, I don't know if anyone's gonna pose him up with this. I mean, if you pose him up with the hood piece, good for you. That's your collection, dude or woman. I don't know. Whoever watches my videos, I'm just grateful for you to watch my videos. But I mean, I'm not really gonna pose him up with the hoodie down. Just I think of Doctor Doom, I think of him with his mask on. So, not bad. But now, I actually want to put this head back on so we could talk about posability. And then I'm going to switch his head with the Doctor Doom mask and see how the posability for the head's going to be. So, of course, let's talk about him. Very, very, very well done. Actually, I'm going to have to move this freaking light. Jesus Christ, I'm moving the light way too much. Just the glare in this, with the light just hitting my phone. Literally, I'm just recording this on my phone. I'm not professional. I just like doing these videos for you guys. Y'all watch my videos. Anyways, so, can't really see because it's damn glare, but we're just going to move this. And if you look closely, very, very, very well done. I like the paint. I like it a lot. It's very nice. It's very shiny. He's very good. I like him. I like him. And with this figure, I mean, there's little details, little black lines that they put on his front piece. Very well done. I like it. Of course, with the other pieces, Just looks like a suit of armor. Now, before I continue, recorrect me if I'm wrong. Did they reuse these from another Iron Man? I'm pretty sure that I heard something like that. Like I said, I don't really keep track, nor sometimes do I care about the reused parts unless they use it for a male or female figure the correct right way. And afterwards, I wouldn't care. You just gotta reuse parts the right way for both different characters, any different characters really. But for these two characters, they choose the right parts, so I'm glad. I'm happy with that. But now, it's very nice, very good. But then you go to the back. Come on. You're not gonna put no details on the back? Come on. Come on, Hasbro. Come on. I'm smelling laziness. Of course, not a lot of people are gonna pose them up like that on the shelf, like this. Maybe I don't know. But oh look, you could see his little creases on his ass. That's funny. Anyways, so it's very well done. Details, of course, on the hands. He has two different types of gesture hands, so I want to pull those out and see for yourself so you can look at them. Now, Jesus Christ, I don't know how many times I had to move this freaking light. Anyways, so very completely different fingers. This one kind of looks like a trigger finger hand, but it's obviously him just, Dr. Doom with his overdramaticness with his hands. And it just kind of looks like a trigger finger hand, but still not done with this details. Very well, nice. It's very good. I like it. Just not a lot to say about it. It's just silver paint, just on maybe reuse on an Iron Man figure, or maybe a reuse from a Dr. Doom figure. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's very well done. I like it. It's very good. Very good. And then for this other hand, it's just not bad. Not bad. It's very well done. Very well done. It's more open. More a bit relaxed, I guess you could say, but it's very well done. I like it. Low lines on his hands, really nothing much. I think those are crap. What's the word? Whatever. I can't think of it right now. But you do see some little lines right there from the paint, or maybe from the sculpt. No, from the sculpt mainly. Yeah, no. So not bad. But actually, I'm gonna switch him out with his fist hands. Am I gonna leave him like this? Nope. But anyways, so he's a very well looking figure. I like him a lot. But of course, we're not done with this yet. We're gonna talk about his posabilities. As posability, let's look up. Oh wow, actually, I'm gonna have to fix this just like with Captain Marvel. There you go. Fix the joint. It's sometimes always stiff. All right. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, there we go. So let's look up. Very, very good. It's way better than Captain Marvel. Again, it's not her fault. It's just her hair, and that's completely fine. I'm happy for the accuracy. But with Dr. Doom, yes, you could get some really good look. It'll look like you could fly. But anyways, and then down, not bad. Up, very good. And then down, very good. Of course, you can move his head more, a bit side to side. Very nice, very nice. You could also pick up his arm. Hold on. Okay, I'm just making sure because this looked a bit off than the other arm, because this one is already high up. While this one, I felt like it was a bit down like that, but no. It's all right. Of course, not bad. Full rotation. Not bad. Very good, very good. And I'm so happy because this is actually my first Doctor Doom figure. And I've always wanted a perfect Doctor Doom figure, and I think I probably found my one. Now, of course, swivel right here. Very nice, very nice. Not bad, not bad. Double jointed. There we go. Very good, very good. Can't go wrong with double jointed. Oh wait, this is feels a bit more loose. This, okay. See, this one in the back didn't want to move. Okay. See, yeah, see, it doesn't want to move until to force it. Yeah, I feel like this one is a bit more loose than with the other arm. But I hope nothing bad happens to this. I'll be very worried because if I have to get the other one that's coming out next year, the re-release, I guess so. But I hope nothing bad happens to this figure. So let's just ab crunch. Very good, pretty good, not that bad. In, back, very good, very good. Forward, very good. Back, very good. So I like that, not bad, not bad. Let's move his arms again. And split, not bad. Well, it's just this little part. I know that they did like Secret Wars toys back in the 90s, but of course I wasn't alive then. And I know with the original one, he had a green painted right here, even though it wasn't supposed to be green. So, I gotta reread those comics. Jesus Christ, because maybe or maybe not, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be painted. So this is probably accurate. Very good, very good. Of course, nice rotation. Nice rotation. Very good, very good, very good. And of course, you could move this a bit, but you're really not gonna notice the other rotation since this little band or whatever is just on his leg, but so you're not really gonna notice that one. But of course, double jointed on the knees and double joint on the knees. Okay, whew, I was a bit worried that was stuck. Again, like I said, sometimes with Marvel Legends, they could be stuck, just like how the Silver Surfer was for me. Anyways, so not bad. Oh, and boot rotation. Very good, very good. Come on, you couldn't give Captain Marvel some boot rotation? Come on now, come on. And then hinges, go down, and just go up. Not bad. And then, oh, sorry. It was some little pivots right there. There we go. He moves more smoother than Captain Marvel, because when I was moving her, she was just making a bit of noise like, if y'all heard it earlier. But anyways, not bad, not bad. I'm happy for this figure. Look, I know I don't go crazy for Captain Marvel, but I do like her. She's not bad looking, figure-wise. She's pretty good. Now, of course, what I wanted to do was head-wise with the Doctor Doom and see if we could get some of the better rotation. Well, I mean, better movement with this head with the hoodie on. So let's go down, and then up. It's not a lot like the Victor Von Doom head sculpt, but I mean, he looks way better like this. I like it. He looks fantastic. I like him. But of course, like I said earlier in the video, I'm gonna buy some customization, some capes, some cloth goods, and put him on this figure. But that's gonna be a separate video, and I will put links down below for those cloth goods. But he looks very nice, looks very good, and like I said, the possibility, I'm sorry, I'm starting because I'm too excited and I can't speak for shit. Fuck. Anyways, the posability and the articulations, and it's very nice. It's very nice. And the customizations that you could use for this Doctor Doom, you could do a lot. You could put a coat on him, you could put a scarf on him, you could put his original tunic. Spoilers for the future video, if y'all guys didn't hear that. Anyways, so the customizations are endless. The possibilities are endless with this. So I really like this figure very much, very much. I'd rather have this one than the re-release. So very good. Now I wanna have him hold his other little mask. Actually, let's use this hand. Wait, no. This one. Or better. Okay. And of course, hinges for every Marvel Legends. Unless it goes sideways, I don't know. But and when I mean sideways, I mean like up and down, not side to side. That's what I mean. Sorry. But anyway, so he could have him hold his mask. Let's see. Yeah, he could. I know some people were having a bit difficulty holding his mask, but if you look closely, you could probably put his eye hose, hold on, the eye hose, and stick it in the thumb. Let's see if that's gonna work. Hold on. You kind of can't. Okay, there we go, there we go. You just really have to flan that, holy crap. So, yeah, so you could hold it from his thumb if you don't want to have the Dr. Doom head sculpt. If you want to have the Victor Von Doom head sculpt, then you're fine. But the customizations, ooh, I'm excited to do that video. But actually, I'm going to switch him back to his fist. So, these are pretty well done figures. Of course, I kind of have my problem with Captain Marvel and Doctor Doom. Like I said, the back should be more painted. Captain Marvel, a bit off-white right there. Reusing other hands from, what is it, Jean Grey? Some other female figure? I don't really know. Like I said, don't really own a lot of Marvel Legends. But, yeah, they just reuse that. And, of course, you can't really get a good articulation with the head, but it's not really the figure's fault. It's just how she looks in the comics. So, not bad, not bad. It's just little problems, and still not a bad 2-pack. And if you go on Amazon right now, you know how much this crap is? $55. Well, I got this on eBay, guess what? $30. Way better pricings for these two figures. Like I said, they'll probably put up the price slowly at the years, but surprised that it's only below like 20 bucks or 30 bucks. So, I mean, it's below 40. I apologize. Let me re-correct myself. It's below 40. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Both of these figures are very well done. Like I said, little problems with her, little problems with him. But it's not bad. These two figures are very well put together. I like them. So what am I going to give these two figures? To be honest, separate wise. With the Monica Rambeau, she's probably like a 7. Like I said, I have some problems with her. Dr. Doom, he's probably like... I'll probably say a good 8. I wanted to say a 10 or a 9, but I think, well, actually, probably a 9. Well, like I said, I have some problems, but just because you're my favorite villain, Dr. Doom, doesn't mean I could give you a good score. I mean, for both these characters, I could give both of them a good score. 7 is not a bad rating. If, like I said, if my rating, if it's something below 7, that's not good. If it's like a 6 to a 1, that's not good. But a 7 is not bad. And for an 8, it's not bad. It's pretty good. So, with these two figures, very well done. Very well done. And, like I said, what do I give this 2-pack? I gotta be honest, a 9. A 9 for this 2-pack. It's not bad. Like I said, the customizations with this, you could do a lot. And maybe there are some customizations for Monica Rambeau. I don't know. But anyway, so these are 9 out of 10 of a 2-pack. I gotta be honest, it's a 9 out of 10 of a 2-pack. So if y'all guys do like this video, thank you. Thank you very much for supporting my channel. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for liking my videos. If you unsubscribe, I don't really care. If you watch these videos, that's all that matters. If you aren't subscribed, then I don't know. I'm just so happy watching these videos. And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So like I said, this is like a 9 out of 10 of a 2-pack. Pretty good. Not that bad. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be more videos coming soon. Just remember that. And I hope y'all guys have a wonderful day. Wherever y'all are, thank you. And have a good night. Or a good day. Depends on where you are. Or afternoon. Who knows. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye.